Hey Amber, how are you today?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I bet we probably don't have a big list today. It is, I know a lot of people are off for Juneteenth holiday. I know the military is, at least, or the government, I think I should say. Hey everyone, thanks for joining Monday's Lunch and Learn. My name is Will Pedersen. I run our customer org here. We don't have any pre-submitted questions today, so if you have a question, please use the raise hand, ask in the Q&A, or just type your question out in the chat. Either way, probably going to be a bit of a light crowd today, given some possible maybe holiday in the States, given how
Your connection is cutting out or you're on mute.
no, I wasn't saying anything. Can you hear me okay?
Oh, okay. I thought you were speaking.
Hey Jeff, looking to find a report that shows subflows and the values passed in for inputs to the subflows. Are these mappings or are these constant values?
Yeah, input mapping. So I have a flow that's used as a subflow in dozens of places.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm trying to find out if like one of the input properties is even used. So I was hoping to find some way I could sort of see something like the flow structure report, but with one more level that shows mapped input values.
It's actually like so there's an input on the subflow that could have like an actual path mapping, like entity results dot first dot email address.
Yeah, something like that. In my particular case, I'm looking to see if it's even mapped at all, not necessarily the specific value that is mapped.
We've had some custom DLLs floating around for like constant value. We might have given you that at some point in the past to see constant mappings. We don't have anything that shows you actual select value mappings anywhere though.
Okay. Yeah,
you guys. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
You sent me a DLL for a data source back in version 5, I think. But obviously it doesn't work in 7.
We can update that for sure.
But yeah, I just wondered if maybe that worked its way into the product at some point.
No, we don't. I mean, I could probably see if I can get one winged up for you, but it's not in the product today, unfortunately.
That would be cool actually, because I would actually use that a lot, because we kind of have a lot of things where we'll re-architect something and we'll need to know like how inputs to a flow is used in different ways and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, it should be theoretically possible for us to throw out a report of all mappings with step name, and then or step type, or even, and then you could filter that and just see if it's if it's ignore, null, or what.
Oh, okay.
So no, but I'm talking to Dev right now. I don't know. This might be the kind of thing that I could get in the next day or so. I could probably get you something this week.
Oh, okay. It's not a rush. I mean, the one I had this week, I actually went through and opened up all 52 flows, but so I'm past that. But it would be good for next time.
Yeah, no, I'd like to get it. I mean, honestly, we need to sit down and get some of this stuff just added to the product, because like if you have 20 uses of a subflow, it can be a hassle to go look at every instance, even if the flow structure report tells you where all 20 instances are.
Funny story, I put this one on the Slack channel, and I even put on there something about if someone answers this, it's worth a Jimmy John's next time I come to Virginia Beach.
Oh, yeah, we're actually looking to restart on-site training again. Okay. just as a note, I think we're shooting for end of July, start of August to have our first do our first return to in-person trainings again.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
just a note there that I'm sure you'll be getting marketing emails about that in short order as we figure out the details there. It's about time to get back to talking to people in person again.
That would be cool. I could use a drive down the Delmarva Peninsula.
Yeah, I'm sure. Well, let me do this. Let me ping Neil so he has update on this. I'm talking to Jason, and let me see if I can get you some kind of thing this week for that, because it's been on my wish list for a while, so I'd like to get it. He looks like he has somebody that can
Oh, okay. That's cool.
might be able to like spend some time on it since we already have the constant value mapping one.
Cool. Thanks, Will.
Yeah, you bet, man. Happy to help.
I guess I owe you the Jimmy John's too.
Oh, you can give it to give it to Neil. Come down when you come. You give it to Neil. There it is. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not going to do any of the work. I just know what I want to see. And so, I'm just like, these days I just get to delegate, not do any work. So
That's cool.
well, yeah. You got anything else, man? Looks like you are right now the only person in our attendee pool at the moment.
Can I ask you one more?
Of course.
So I had some custom step templates that I had saved back in version 5.
Okay.
And at some point in one of the updates, it looks like it dropped some of the properties. So the steps are still there,
Okay.
Based on the way the custom steps work.
Mhm.
But like I had changed the size to make them smaller and colored them and put like an icon on there that was different. And that all went away. So I don't know. So I guess my question is, and this is really low priority, but I was just wondering, is there a way to go and update that template and sort of have it reflect in the flow?
No, I don't think you can muck with a template after it's been updated. Let's see here. Templates folder. What is that? Where does that take us? Tell template. Okay, that's not very helpful. Email training. Copyable templates. Do not edit. That's something separate.
So mine, when I created them, ended up in the catalog under a folder that was named for sort of the namespace I give it. So like some of them are like logging steps. And so I created a folder under the catalog called logging.
Yeah, but yeah, in the editor, you can actually specify its location when you create it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, let me see here. Don't think we give you edit access, but let's just see. So log step, save as template. Template name is log. And the toolbar category would be, where in the step designer will this show up now? There's logging, there's new log, okay. So if I look here,
If you have to change it to folder view to make your logging folder show up.
there's logging. In logging is new log. There's no edit control in these things. We don't expose. What would we even expose if we were to do this? The property grid somehow?
I feel like even if you could edit it, it's not gonna flip through all your flows and fix it.
No, it's definitely delinked once you use it for sure.
Okay, no biggie.
So arguably you should be able to. I bet you could probably do something. Yeah, it definitely wouldn't go through all your flows, and change anything for you. Even if you could edit the template itself, so that the next time you use the new log template, it was better configured. which you should be able to. I mean, I guess what you would have to do is delete it and redo it. It wouldn't go. It is delinked. It's not going to be retroactive in any way.
Actually, I should throw in there too that so those logging template steps, if I use them in a new flow, it comes with the styling, correct? It's just any flow that had it previously at some point during an update or something. It lost all the styling.
From like 5 to 6 or 5 to 7.
I think it was 5 to 6.
Oh, okay.
But I mean, it's so minor. I didn't really complain about it.
Yeah, I'm not sure what we could do about that now. Maybe we probably could have handled that a bit better, like at the time, but we don't have any easy way for us to go through. I don't think there's anything that links this to a template anymore. Like it doesn't know it's from a template, the actual instance of the step.
Okay.
So even if we could figure out a clever way to, yeah, I don't think there's anything I don't think there's any magic bullet there, unfortunately.
Okay. Yeah, not a biggie at all. I was just curious.
Yeah, no worries. Okay, let me ping. Before I forget about this, let me ping. Right. Okay. All right. Thanks, Jeff. We got another question here from somebody. All right, Krushi, go ahead. What do you got?
Okay, well, good morning.
Hey,
So
good morning.
last week I had shown you the error, right? The database error, if you remember. From
Yeah, OP 413 or something like that.
Yeah, 42P01 error. So
Yeah.
I checked that with our data team, and they said that so they are able to insert and do all the operation from their database. So I'm not sure what is the solution.
Did they give you a sample insert or update step, like SQL text?
Yeah, he tried to insert in front of me and he could, but when like in the decisions, I can see the table name is getting truncated a bit. The table name is decisions dot allergy, and it's coming as in decision it's coming as RGY, and ALL is getting truncated.
So that was so you can insert, but now you're getting truncated data. Is that what you're saying?
No, they are able to insert from their end. I'm not able to insert, and when I'm like trying to see the table definitions, like database table definition, I am not able to see the table name correctly, right?
Okay. Wanna share? I guess there's not very many of us today, so would you like me to make you a presenter so you can share your screen and maybe we could see if we can figure something out?
Sure, that would be great.
I'm gonna promote you to panelist, so just a moment here. All right, whenever you just get connected again, Krushi, you can go ahead and share your screen if you'd like.
Sure. So
Okay, I can see.
you want to see the database? I also have the database connection. So I'll just take you to that error again if you want to have a look at it. So this is error.
did they look at this error? Did that team look at this error at all? Or just say that they could get it to work?
Yes. So actually, I am not connected to the dev database, but I can show you it like in the query data itself. So you can see here the table name is getting truncated, right? That is allergy, ALLERGY, and here I'm able to see only RGY. So ALL is getting truncated, and if you, I just pull that table name from the same database. So when so when it's getting like this, so I'm getting the same error here. You can see 42P01 as I'm getting in the decisions, but the tables are working fine. They're able to insert it from their end into this table.
But if you don't truncate that text, this select statement works.
Yes,
Can you type it back in?
sure. But I'll just select from here.
Decisions
Right.
underscore DE.
Sorry.
That first statement worked. It just didn't have any data. I think you might need that underscore DE on the decisions that you just got rid of.
I don't know.
It worked the first time, Krushi. If you re-add at that back end of decisions, if you add underscore.
But we have different schemas. Well, that is a different schema. I'm not using that table. I'm not using that is for the data engineering team. But it's working. Yeah, it's working. So
Okay, so all right, so that's good. So where is it getting truncated at?
in decision it's getting truncated. The name is getting truncated.
But let's show it to me. Can I see the connection? Close this and go. Yeah, I understand. Yeah. So that one is decision. Okay, so yeah, RGY, right? Okay.
Yes.
Close this and close this. Go back to the portal. So find the table definition for me for this one. Yeah.
So this is, you want to see the table definition.
Yeah,
It's right.
Okay.
This is the table.
Okay. Okay, interesting. So when you run it in the error message, it does show that it's getting cut off. How could that be? It is a pretty long table name. Are we hitting? But why would it be why would the truncation be on the front? Maybe there's something. Can you create a test flow for me?
Sure.
And then put the get all step from that table definition in there.
What do you want me to get?
Go to find the database connection. So scroll down to integration.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I guess Postgres serverless or whatever. Yeah, database. And then you should see your table name in here, right? One of those allergy tables. Are we sure that that's the right one?
Oh yeah, this is the right one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so not insert, please, just get all. Is it a very big
Get
table?
all.
How large is the table?
So it's an output table we populated from our end.
Right, but it doesn't have millions of rows of data,
No,
does
no,
it?
no. It just has like 1,000 rows. Hardly.
You can hit that to ignore. Yeah, go ahead and run that. Let's see if we get the same failure or not.
Oh, it failed.
Okay, and let's see if it's the same error. Can you expand
Yes.
RGY testing?
Yeah. It's,
Now, is testing testing desensitization PPALG CP5? It's cutting off the first 4 characters of the string. What in the heck? How many characters is that? What did it do it there? I would expect if it was truncating, it truncate the end.
exactly.
Can you request control from me really quick? I don't. Can you paste this string into the chat window for me? Good Lord.
Sure, I'll do it.
Everything between the quotes, I can't grab it.
Okay, no worries. I'll do it.
$50 into the whole string would be. Okay, and I'm gonna query something. So I'm just gonna see here just a minute. Database table definition.
Will you have to go to the other one, the test progress
No.
connection?
No, I understand. I'm looking at the local connection object we create for this.
Oh, okay.
I'm not trying to actually query the database. I want to see if in the database we've actually truncated this in some way. Let's just do this actually.
It's the fourth one.
Oh, look at that. Yeah, indeed. So we have the full table name here. Okay, I'm gonna have to has this been has anyone from support helped on this one yet at all?
No, I haven't raised a support ticket, but yeah, if you want, I can raise it today. But if possibly, like, can you arrange like a call for this issue? Because it's been like pending since last
Mhm.
week.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, what I want to do is open a ticket up, and I need the whole. All right. So, what is? Just a moment here. Let's see if I can't pull one of the guys on. Just a minute here, since there's no one else in our just save that. And which one is it?
It's allergy testing. The fifth one, I guess, sixth one.
This one?
Yeah, desensitization.
There's some other long names here. Does this one work?
No, nothing is working from that allergy testing. But the other ones are working, like other
Which one?
tables.
See if these get truncated in the same way. They both fail? No, they both have the same. 42 P1. They're both different. They both are hacking off AL. Oh, this one's AL. And the other was ALEE. Okay, really quickly, Gucci, can you be that and send that in the chat window for me?
Sure.
2 characters longer.
No, I guess this one is longer, I guess, because I guess.
Okay. 48 to 52. Oh, wait, hold on. It's actually, they're both exactly the same length. And they get truncated. They're both 48 characters. Okay, clearly we're truncating some text here. Gee, let me, I clearly, I think there's a bug here. Like both of those strings, both those database connections, they're actually different. The tables names are different lengths. But each string is exactly the same length. So we are doing some sort of unexpected truncation here. So can you do this? Can you copy? I just copied it. Would you paste this into the chat window for me? This whole error message.
This whole error message. Okay. You want error details as well, right?
Yeah, please.
No, I'm not able to paste it. I guess it's like a longer text. I'll mail you. No worries. Too long to be pasted in the
Okay,
chat.
just email me that will@decisions.com.
Sure.
Okay, so here's what I'm going to do, Krushi. I'm going to oh hey Jeff's on. Hey Jeff, let me allow you to talk. Jeff, can you see the screen right now, sir?
Yes, I can.
Okay, so you're saying that we are enforcing max table length, max table name length right now.
Correct.
Is that
been a little
48
while.
characters?
Yeah, it's been a little while since I looked at the Postgres spec for it. I want to say Postgres max table length is about 63, and then we limit it again inside of there to allow for some of our prefixes or postfixes for the table names or for our data types.
Okay, so I'm seeing that we are actually truncating. It seems like we're truncating Postgres specifically to 48 characters. Now, oddly, it's not on the integration. It's only on the running of that connection. So do you see really quick, like if you see my screen here, I'll walk you through exactly what I mean. This is a get all from a table integration. And if you look at the error message, what you'll see here is this 42 PO1 error, which we can kind of ignore. And it tells you this thing, this table does not exist, right? If I look for this RGY testing, it's actually the table name, which, oops, crap, sorry, Krushi, I didn't mean to do that. And I don't know how to close that.
No worries. I'll close it for you.
We're truncating the first 4 characters off of this table, but we connect to the table fine. We only truncate it when we're trying to make the call to this table, which is odd to me. If I look at this, I can find the allergy testing desensitization PPALG CP5 decisions table. I can see in the database we've got the full table name, and in the portal I can see the full table name. But when you run it, we truncate it.
Yes, we keep another reference to the full table name for display, but the table name behind it is truncated. I would say, yeah, that's likely a bug in the integration side from when we moved it into the product, that we're not truncating it somewhere exactly right there.
Which part is the bug that that you're saying that we should enforce max table length name?
Yes,
when we're not
should.
doing it soon enough?
Correct. there's probably a particular instance. What step is this that's running or to generate this SQL?
Get all for a
It's
table
just-
integration.
It's just the get all step. Yeah, that step likely was not updated correctly to reflect the table length changes that we made.
We see it with insert as well. Okay, well, this is probably something that we can quickly validate. Appreciate. I'm gonna. Here's what I need to do. I'm gonna open a support ticket and then I'll have someone jump on this immediately. This is likely. I need to talk to the dev team a little bit more. This is likely something that we'll need to provide a code fix for.
Okay, so when can I expect this to get resolved, Will?
You got to give me an hour or two to give you an answer on that. I'm uncertain, but it could. I don't know right now. Yeah, I don't. There's a couple of variables at play here that make that question difficult. But I can open a support ticket, and I'm gonna have someone look at this right away.
Okay, so do I also need to create a support ticket for you?
No, you do not. I'll take care of that, please.
Okay, so how, okay, can you please keep on updating me with that so that I'll get to know where are we?
Yes, of course. Yep.
Sure. Thank you. And I
Okay.
wanted to ask you one more question, Will.
Oh, sure.
Like if from this decisions, if our output is going somewhere else, suppose the front end team, and they have triggered it from their end and the flows are running in decisions, but because of some reasons the flows are failing here in decisions. And so how can display the message to them, because they might not be aware of what happens in decision? So how can I give them an error message that this flow has stopped
Mhm.
or because of this error and you need to trigger it again or run it again?
You're gonna want to look at a concept called like an end form, like a catch exception with an end form. Like if you go to our doc site and search for end form, you'll be able to show pop-ups with whatever information you want, error message wise, to your
So-
end users.
Okay, so that can also be out of like someone from outside, right? Not someone who's not using decisions. Will that work for them too?
Like not using decisions, like they're in the decisions user interface or not.
No, not in decisions user interface.
So they're using some other software application that's making calls into decisions.
Yes, maybe.
There's a throw API exception step that can allow you to throw API errors back if you're calling decisions flows as APIs.
Can you create a small flow for me and can I have a look at it once?
Sure, let me I'm gonna move you back to an attendee and I can show you what I mean by that. So just a minute here.
Sure.
Screen. So really quickly, if I had a flow here, let's assume I hit an error. Now, again, I think you and I talked about this last week, you'd have like a catch exception step to catch uncaught exceptions. And if you're calling decisions as an API, there is a throw API exception step. There's also a throw API exception with header step. And in this, you can type in your message in your status code if you want to provide a custom status code. So someone who is making a call to a decisions flow and expecting a response back at the end step here could get a custom error message that you can control through the design of the flow by passing in custom data to this message field and or a custom code to this status code field. And the headers just allows you to pass custom headers as well if you need to build array and add custom headers into the API exception. It'd be this is basically the pattern here. So or maybe you're doing some sort of fetch, for example, and you expect there to be data, right? If I get rid of these 2 steps here, let's assume you expect there to be data. So on the results path, you go to the end step. It might be that if there are no results, you want to throw an API exception. And in here, you might say, I don't know, no results found for your query. And then your status code could be, I guess, 500 if you wanted to, or something custom. And now if someone runs this flow, of course, I'm assuming that they're passing data in, and it goes down the no results path. We can throw an API exception to the calling system, alerting them that an error has occurred. Does that make sense? Oh, I probably have to let you talk again, don't I? Sorry. Yeah, sorry. Go. Does that make sense, Krishi?
Yes. Okay, so I need to attach this to the end step, right? Because I cannot be like, I cannot attach this to like all these steps. If there are 50 steps in the flow, I cannot attach this to the 50 steps, right? So I only need to attach it to the end. That's what you're suggesting, right?
Well, this is the end step. This is the flow hitting. This is the flow. This is the good path of the flow, right? Our test flow starts, it runs a fetch, and then it does something, maybe, and then it hits its end step. This is how it goes to this is a bad path. Now, you could have, go ahead.
Oh, got it. Get it.
You can do multiple. I mean, there's a couple options here. You could have multiple steps go to the same place, or you could have multiple throw exception steps. Both of these would be supported patterns, technically. If you want to have multiple places for API exceptions to be thrown back to the calling system.
Oh, okay. That was helpful, Will.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Anything else?
Yes, I wanted to have you a look at a flow I've created, and it's taking like a lot time, 50 minutes to execute, like around 2 or 3 million records. So I would like to have a look at it, and can you suggest like best practices that can be used to reduce the execution time of the flow? I already have raised a support ticket for it, but still, if you have time, can we have a look at it?
Sure. I'll have to move you back to a panelist here.
Sure. Well, are you able to see my screen?
Yes. Okay.
Mm-hmm. So we are using, I'll show it from the beginning. So there are, I guess, 4 nested flows. This is the first one. This is just for the pagination to fetch 100 records by using offset. This is a nested flow, and we have a logic inside this.
Okay. Have you looked at a profiler of any kind yet?
I have sent them the profiler report.
Let me see. Do you have the ticket number? I might be able to pull that up and just eyeball it. And looking at the flow is going to be tough to figure out.
I guess I must be having the.
See if I can find it here.
This one, ticket number T7, T,
247-678. Got it. 247-678. Let's see if I can find this profile really quick. What's the name of the flow? Profile or PDF? This is going to be very helpful.
the name of the flow.
This is. Can you? Were you taking profiles like intentionally? Like, were you starting a profile session?
No, I didn't get. Can you repeat your question, Will?
Can you go to your studio for me really quick where you did the profiling at?
Sure.
And then go back to the profiler folder.
Yeah, this is the profiler folder.
Yeah, and go to profile sessions right there on that pop-up.
Profile session.
In the pop-up that you just clicked on.
Okay.
Yeah, wonderful. Thank you. So profiling POB, is this one of these? Is it one of these you?
This one.
You right click that and yeah, right click that and download text view, please, or open text view. Sorry. Yeah, if you could open that up. Let's just see if we can see this. And okay, there it is. So yeah, let me request control from you again, Krushi. Starting flow, process data for POB prof. That's the flow, right?
Yes.
Okay, so what's maybe the main flow name? Okay, so is this the async subflow, I guess? There's 402 of these.
Yes.
It takes about 8.2 seconds to run each of these. So 8.2 seconds. Run rule step is 2 milliseconds. Interesting. We don't have any. Ooh. All right, so 771,000 rules. Okay, so this is a run rule set step. Okay, so this is interesting. You have a flow that it was called 402 times. And in that flow is a run step called run rule set 1. And to run 402 executions of your flow required you to call a rule set 790,000 times. So do you know this, like, why are we looping this rule set step so aggressively?
Oh, so like it is fetching 1,000 records at a time, and like on the same flow, we have only one input and one output table for that flow, like for that EX code. So, and in that logic, we need to like, it's like two different logic we need to place. So that's why we're using the rule set, and yeah, that's it, I guess.
I mean, this seems problematic, right? I mean, yeah, if you think about the number, the execution count difference here, right? To run 402 things, I need to do nearly 1 million things. So if I divide 1 million by 402, I'm going to get some huge number. This is where your slowness is. So you want to open that flow and we could take a peek at what you're doing there and see if there's any.
Sure. I'll let flow. So you want to go inside the rule set or you want to go inside the flow?
I'm going to go to the flow named process data for POB prof.
Sure.
Okay. Okay, so there's a step in here called run rule set 1. Okay.
So
Oh,
it is
it's in the
inside this
subflow?
one.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is the
Yeah.
run loop.
What are you looping? Like back out of here. This isn't a loop, right? What are you looping?
So I am taking 1,000 records at a time and processing it, and I am taking again 1,000 records and again processing it. So the loop is about that.
Can you? Can I back? Yeah. Can you go back to the parent flow?
Mhm.
So for each. So are you passing in like a collection into this flow when you call it? Are there inputs to this flow?
No, only 1,000 records at a time, not a whole like yeah, like you can say the collection of 1,000 records one by one.
But how do you get that 1,000 records?
So I have this flow.
But if you were doing 1,000 loops, then I would say we'd take 402 times 1,000, right?
Yes, maybe.
But we've got way more than that. I think. We got like twice as many executions, I think, as it sounds like you might be expecting.
Or maybe yes.
I think you're looping that step too many times. It's hard to say just looking at this for the first time, but how does this flow know it only deals with 1,000 records?
Of course, I have an offset like here. I am so here I am taking the count of the input table. I am dividing it by 1,000.
Okay.
I'm rounding it and
Okay.
then passing that 1,000 records here.
Hold on. Do I still have control?
I guess yes.
Set rows, page size. Offset rows comes from offset rows.
Yes.
This is divide count is offset rows. So take the index and multiply it by the page size. Number of rows is page. One of the things you may not be, you might want to look at using some execution threads here to start doing more work in parallel. You're doing all of this in single threaded right now. So you might look at thread count here or turning this using a run flow for list step.
Okay.
That might give you some more control, but you've got to use that cautiously. You can't just willy-nilly put like, this is 5, it's going to ask for 5, but your inclination might be to say 50, to go to 50, but almost certainly the hardware you're running decisions on can't handle that. So that's one thing you could look at, because you're probably running these all on a single, sequentially. So they're all taking time. I'm not sure right now that I'm following exactly I get that you're trying to put like a page size in here. So you get the count of rows, divide that by 1,000, get a whole number, right? Start using the index. So first item is 0, right? Item number 0. So item is 0 multiplied by page size. So 0 times page size is 0. And then you pass that out. And then so you're in 1. So 1 times, and then you're here. So now you're in 1. 1 times 1,000 is 1,000. And so your flow is built to what? Start at 1,000. So it's taking an offset rows. I'm guessing in here, you've got a parameter for taking offset rows. It's an offset rows. Taking 1,000, and then your goal, I guess, is to start at 1,000. Yeah, yeah, Chris, I'm not sure. There's a lot here. And we're running out of, and this meeting's about over. We probably need to, yeah, there's, there's a lot to just talk about here. Get PP. I don't think that your offset logic is working like you think. Have you been able to validate that it is pulling 1,000 rows at a time and that it's moving through?
Yeah, I am like, we have like in this SQL we have included that, and you can see here. So when I debug this, when I debug the main flow, you can like insert, you can select the number that you want, and
Yeah.
you can select the offset rows as one, and it will
Mhm.
keep on looping. So we generally give number of rows as 1,000 and offset rows as 1.
Mhm. Yeah, it's hard to say on this call how to, I mean, this is quite an in-depth topic. There's a lot of moving pieces here. I don't think I'm going to be able to give you any more detail than that. You might look at using execution threads to do work in parallel. You might look at using run flow for list to do work in parallel, but likely you're looping 1,000 rows for every time. And then, I mean, most of your time in your flow is in this loop right here. That's what the profile tells you. And specifically right here.
What do you suggest, like using what can I use instead of the rule set if I have multiple logic for the single input?
I think you might have to rethink the whole design here because I think you're looping. I don't think this is working like you expect it to. I think this is giving you multiple data. Like I think you're getting knowing how you might test this and all. I just don't think that this is working as you might expect. Your offset logic, I'm not sure it's working like you expect. Either way, the profiler is saying the time is in the rule set. Maybe you can't get past that. Maybe you can't make that any faster. Though I don't know what's in the rule set to be able to tell you that. But again, if you come up one level, you could look at replacing this with a run flow for list step and seeing if you can increase your throughput, because all of these are probably getting worked single threaded from a back-end processing job. Run flow for list or manage execution threads here can allow you to do more work in parallel.
Okay, fine. I'll try
Yeah.
with that. I'll get back to you now.
Okay, let me look at this Postgres issue that you're having, because that really looks like a bug.
Sure.
And then I'll open up a ticket for you and reply on that thread.
Sure. Will.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I think that actually takes us right up to 1, and I have a hard stop here. So thanks for all your questions today, and I'll follow up on email.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, thanks everybody. Have a great day.